All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to do a video for you guys and break down the white paper for Manor Farm. We'll talk about the farm. We'll talk about the minor that's coming. And yeah, we'll just jump into it and kind of give you some commentary on what I think about the project. Now, that being said, do want to remind you that everything I talk about on my channel is for entertainment purposes only. Definitely not giving you financial advice. It's important that you do your own research, your own due diligence. And if you do decide to get in and you're okay with the risk, only put in what you can afford to lose. Also follow me on Telegram, guys. I'll leave a link for that down below. Make sure you're plugged in there. A lot of times if I'm not in front of a computer, which is like 95% of my day, I'm not in front of a computer. I'm usually on my phone. Sometimes when I'll do a video, the news or information already came out a while back. If you're not plugged into the Telegram, you're not getting it in real time. So make sure you're plugged into the Telegram. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. So you'll get notified straight away every time I do a brand new video. So that being said, before we jump into this, I would be remiss if I didn't cover a little bit on the price movement for drip. As you can see here, it's sitting at $19.18. Yeah, this thing is it's been going parabolic ever since the announcement of the Manor Farm and the drip miner that's coming out. People have been buying drip and it's been going crazy. So very, very exciting stuff. Congratulations to you guys that are holding drip or are in the faucet. To me, this is going to be kind of the hub. In other words, when I talk about the farm and I talk about the drip miner, that's in conjunction to, in addition to, in other words, the fountain, right? The faucet contract, rather not the fountain, the faucet contract. The faucet contract is going to be the home base. Obviously, if you don't have a position in the faucet contract, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. This thing's been out for months. It's been working tremendous. And yeah, if you want to check this out, I will leave a link down below. 1% a day, 365%. I know some of you guys might say, well, why don't I just jump into the drip miner? That's going to pay out 3% a day, 1,095%. Like I said, you want to jump into both. There's pros and cons. There's advantages and disadvantages to both, right? For example, if you jump into the miner only, well, you're not going to be able to participate in airdrops, things of that nature. If you jump into, the faucet contract only, you're not going to be able to benefit from the hype around miners, right? So right now, miners are all the hype right now. So again, it's they work together, right? You want to have a position in both, right? Anyway, we'll talk about that more as we get closer to the miner launching. Just wanted to just mention that, hey, the price is moving quite nicely. Congratulations to y'all. And yeah, we'll do more videos on drip, standalone videos on drip moving forward. Want to talk about the farm. Okay, now again, let me read you the announcement from Forex Shark. Now again, I posted this when it came out a couple of days ago, Friday, I think it was, before the weekend. So you've probably seen this already, but if you haven't, I'm going to go ahead and go through it before I go into the white paper, because it's important that you're up to speed. And you saw this this post on Telegram. I just copied and pasted it over here on this Word document just so I can enlarge it so you can see it. But I'll go through it. Again, I'm not going to go through it word for word, but I'll highlight it. So Forex posted this. He said, I'm very excited to release the white paper and the website for the Manor Farm, layer one of our new multi-layer farm project. Okay. So it's not, your typical farm. There's, like it says right here, there's a couple of layers to it. In addition to the liquidity farms and single asset pools, we have also developed a contract which allows you to add drip BUSD liquidity pancake swap with no tax and a drip BUSD miner game. Okay, this is what a lot of people are hyped for, this miner game right here. Now, there's also this drip BUSD liquidity, right? We'll cover that here in a second. Now, of course, you can go to pancake swap, right, and do this, take drip, take BUSD, get an LP token, but you're going to get subject to a 10% tax. You do it on the Manor Farm website, that tax, you're not going to be subject to it. So it's always better to go through that. It's called the liberation. So we'll cover that here in a second. The Manor Farm in its second layer, the animal farm. Okay, so the Manor Farm is the first layer from what I understand. The animal farm is the second layer, okay? So the Manor Farm and the animal farm are unlike any project that exists today. We have introduced multiple revolutionary protocols which are designed to decentralize the ownership and reward distribution of the project. These developments are designed to introduce greater sustainability than competing current models, but most importantly, perform well and maintain price appreciation. Let's see here, from new developments like our dynamic decentralized supply control algorithm, which adjusts the reward token supply based on current demand for the token, allowing the current demand to have the maximum benefit impact on the price. Let's see here. Farmer stakers, ownership role incentives. Ownership role incentivizes them to have a longer term perspective on their position and incentivize investors to work together, promoting and growing the platform. That's the key, I think, is people who get in this, they need to have a long-term outlook, unlike other farms that we've seen, other farms that we've been in where you're kind of in and out. For the health of the project, for the health of the platform, people need to be thinking long-term with this. So again, we're going to see how this plays out. It's very interesting to say the least. Obviously, we don't even know when this thing is going to launch. They should be announcing it at some point today when the private sale will start. But as far as when the farms are going to launch and the minor, it's not 100% clear just yet. So we should get more clarity on it, I guess, either today or probably within the next 24 to 48 hours. But we'll see what happens. So it says here, layer 1, which is the Manor farm, will last 14 days and is essentially a preparation phase set up for the launch of L2, layer 2, where the farm ownership will be decentralized and many of the new functions written above will be implemented. Those who accumulate L1 tokens, it's called Rev token. And that's the token that I guess is going to be up for sale during the private sale. So people who accumulate that will have a major advantage in L2, as they will get a 20% bonus on both the L2 farm and governance tokens. This allows them to get in L2 at launch for the best rate possible. You can almost look at L1 as an extended pre-sale for the L2. So again, ultimately L2 is where all the magic is going to happen. L1, layer 1 is kind of the lead up to L2. Layer 1 is only going to be 14 days. When does that 14 days start? Again, we don't exactly know just yet. We should be getting more clarity on it pretty soon. So when L1 ends, the capital from L1 will be migrated to L2, and those who take full advantage of L1, accumulating a rev from the start, will be the power users of layer 2. Not only does accumulating rev tokens put you at a massive advantage with the launch of L2, but staking rev tokens on L1 pays out in BUSD rewards, allowing rev holders to secure profits without needing to sell their rev tokens. So yeah, those BUSD rewards are going to be big because obviously the more BUSD you're able to stack, you can put that into the miner, because the drip miner, you're not putting drip in there, you're putting BUSD. Half of the BUSD you put in there is going to go, and the contract is automatically going to buy drip. Obviously, the other half will stay in BUSD, and you're going to get an LP token, BUSD drip LP token. You're depositing BUSD. So again, this will, I guess this all kind of works out, in order, because you can take these BUSD rewards and put them in the miner. The best way to get into layer 1 is the pre-sale, which is currently in preparation. The private pre-sale date will be announced on Monday. So again, we don't have that date just yet. It's Monday, probably later on. We'll know when the pre-sale is going to start for the layer 1. That's the best way to get in. So that being said, let's jump into it real quick. This is what the site looks like. I'll jump into the white paper here in a second. Just wanted to give you a quick little tour here. I know I did this already, but again, if you haven't seen it, I'm just, for this video, I'm just assuming that you haven't seen anything at all, and I'm just kind of walking you through it. So here, there's a little bit of an introduction here. You can kind of go through this yourself. Kind of, what I just talked about. Right, so this right here. Okay. So here's the pre-sale tab. Okay, this hasn't started yet, obviously. There's going to be $1.5 million worth of BUSD that's raised, 1 million in the private sale, 500,000 in the public sale. Again, the private sale is going to be selling for 20% under the listing price, and during the public sale, they'll be selling 10% under the listing price. Here's the farms. I know I covered this before already, but again, bear with me here. There's a couple of farms here. There's the Rev BNB, the Rev BUSD. Here's the Drip BUSD. I'm assuming that these are the native token pools, the degen pools, right? So they're going to be the highest APRs. But again, we'll see when this thing launches. Then there's some non-degen pools here with BNB BUSD, USDT BUSD, USDC BUSD, a bunch of other ones down here. BTC BUSD, Cake BUSD, Cake USDT. But again, those of you guys that are the most aggressive and want the highest, of course, there's going to be more risk involved, but I'm assuming these are the three that you're going to want to get into. Again, everyone's different. Everyone has a different strategy. Here's a single token pools. You can take your rev that you farm and place it in here in the pool, in the single token pool. You can kind of double dip there. Again, we don't know what the APR is here, but assuming this is the degen single single token pool, it's going to have the highest APR. You'll be able to take that, put it in here. You can also, you have ETH or Cake sitting somewhere, you want to just put it in here and stake and get this rev token, right? Because you'll be able to earn a rev from these pools. You can do that as well. Okay. Here's the drip liberation. This is where you would take your BUSD, right? You send BUSD right here, and then you'll be able to get drip BUSD LP tokens tax-free, as opposed to doing it on PancakeSwap yourself manually. You'll be incurring a 10% tax. See that? Once you get your LP tokens, right? Once you get your LP tokens, your BUSD drip LP tokens, you can head on to the drip miner right here. And here's where you would deposit your drip BUSD. Okay, so again, you're not depositing drip per se, you're getting drip BUSD LP tokens from the liberation. And then you're going to take your LP tokens and put them in here. How does this help the price of drip? Obviously, if you're sending BUSD into the drip liberation, half of your deposit is going to go to buying BUSD. I mean, not BUSD, drip. So, here's the game. Some of you guys have read this already. This is the minor game, pays 3% a day, 1,090% APR. A little bit on the drip liberation, which I covered already. And then here's the sustainability right here. So yeah, this is going to be interesting when this thing launches. So let's just jump into the white paper. Some of it kind of will overlap a little bit, but we'll kind of go through it. This just kind of breaks down the 2-layer launch. Again, go through this yourself. Obviously, here's layer 1. It'll last 14 days. The game plan for layer 1 is to farm the native token, which is Revolution. Okay. Again, you can get into the pre-sale if you like, private pre-sale or public pre-sale, up to you. Or if you're, you want to just kind of see it launch and then get it later, totally up to you, whatever your strategy is. This we covered already. So here's the layer 1 Manor farm. It says here, those who get into the pre-sale will receive a pre-sale token, which is PREV, pre-sale revolution, right? Which will be exchangeable on the website for the L1 native token immediately after liquidity is added. So tokens you get in the private sale or the public sale, right? You'll be able to interchange that one for one with the Revolution token. There will be a 30-minute grace period that allows investors to get into the pools and farms before the reward missions start. Layer 1 Manor farm. This just shows you, where everything is being allocated to, right? So L1 deposit fees will be 30% buybacks, 30% marketing, 30% developing, 10% platform expenses. Again, it's pretty vague what these what these things are, but again, it's coming from a trusted, trusted dev, someone who's, a dev team that's been around. People have done well with Drip Network, obviously, so that's a good thing. Let me see here. Unlike most farms that leave the capital sitting idle in contracts, we are going the extra mile to squeeze every bit of value out of the capital on our platform while keeping a low risk profile through pancake swap staking. Okay. Here's a referral program. There will be a 3% referral commission. Here's the official Drip partnership. So again, the Manor farm, obviously the Manor farm, Animal Farm, Drip. I don't know if it's the same, if it's exactly the same team behind Drip, but obviously Forex Shark, who's the main dev for Drip, is heavily involved with the creation and his input is pretty heavy on the Manor farm and Animal Farm. So there's going to be a partnership, obviously, between the two. Drip platform, the Drip Network platform, right? The Faucet and the Manor farm. Okay. So here's the Drip Liberation, which I talked about already. They've says here we have created a contract called Drip Liberation. The Drip Liberation contract allows farmers to add Drip BUSD liquidity to PancakeSwap without paying the 10% transaction tax. This removes the greatest barrier for Drip farmers, allowing them to ROI on the farm and the Drip BUSD miner game much sooner. Again, because we don't have to incur that 10% tax. In addition to the Drip Liberation contract, thanks to our strategic partnership with the Drip community, there is no deposit fee on L1 and L2 Drip BUSD pools. Okay, so that's for farming. Here's the mine, 3% a day mine. Again, these miners are all the rage right now. Very, very popular. You've seen a bunch of videos on my channel. But yeah, this is the one that people are excited about. 3% a day. Again, you can go through this yourself. I mean, if you've seen one miner, you've seen them all. The only difference here is you're not getting paid in an actual token, right? You're getting an LP token, liquidity token, Drip BUSD. So yeah, you can compound your LP tokens that you earn, or you can, I guess, break them up and cash them out if you want to lock in profits, right? Probably have to do that, I'm assuming, on PancakeSwap. If you guys know, any other information on that, post it down below. Mentioned this already, no tax on the liberation contract. This just gives a breakdown on the miner, right? So players in the Drip community have been asking for a new contract, which is higher risk, higher reward than the Faucet contract, but still offers sustainability and interesting game theory. Due to this demand, a Drip BUSD LP miner game is the perfect fit for the new farm partnership utilizing the Drip Liberation contract. It also further decentralizes and deepens the Drip liquidity pool on PancakeSwap with stablecoin liquidity, which has massive positive sustainability and promotional implications for the Drip network, right? So again, one platform, right, kind of feeds the other. They play off of each other. And that's pretty much it. That's the white paper. Again, review the white paper for yourself. Again, there's two layers. There's the L1 Manor farm, then the L2, which is the Animal farm. The name of the game, I guess, on layer 1 is to accumulate Rev tokens. Then again, you got to be aware when the L2 starts, because you're going to have to, I don't know if you have to manually move stuff over from L1 to L2 or if it'll be done automatically, but I think you can't leave, your funds on L1 when L2 launches. They have to be either migrated over or, you have to cash it out or something like that. I got to listen back to that audio. But I think this gives you a gist of how everything is going to work. Again, a lot of this stuff we're going to learn as we go, but for the most part, There is a couple of moving parts to it, but just stay plugged into the community, stay plugged into Telegram, stay plugged onto my channel. Make sure you're plugged into my Telegram, and we'll kind of navigate through this. But yeah, it's coming from a trusted dev, and like I always say, if a platform or a project has a community, has an excited, loyal community already, it has a very high success rate. Okay. So that's what this has. It has a solid dev team that's innovating. They're forward thinking, and then it also has a community already that's already built in, that's going to support it. And obviously, there's a track record with Drip. So yeah, it looks very interesting to say the least. I'm super excited about it. Again, stay plugged into our Telegram. We're going to have lots of cool stuff there for you. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. So follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel. Again, do your own research. Only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. If you want to check out any of the stuff that I'm in, Drip or Manor Farm, I'll leave links down below. Or if you want to check out my link tree, I'll leave that down below as well. And I will catch you on the next video. Peace.